contentment is natural wealth and luxury is artificial poverty. Now, how we should proceed on this topic? Suppose you have decided to write on this topic, your essay, then what should be the focus and what you should cover in this essay? So, as I always say that if you do not have any idea, then go literally what is given in the statement. First, you understand the meaning of that, decode the meaning. One is called literal meaning, another is called connotative meaning. So, elaborate the meaning. First, decode the meaning and then elaborate the meaning. You will get the dimensions. When I say contentment means santosh, contentment means when you do not desire more. So, one thing is contentment, another is called natural wealth. So, see the connections between these two variables. Commonly, we have in the wisdom that why it is called natural wealth. Have you understood the relations? One side is contentment, in Hindi it is called santosh, and natural wealth means swabhavik sampatti. So, why this should be called natural wealth? What is the reason? On what basis one can say? We will elaborate that. Then we will go in the second part. Okay. So, contentment means santosh is that see, we have several kind of needs, a different layer of needs. You know this thing. If you are from management, psychology or behavioral science, you know there are hierarchy of needs. And even in the very crude form, you can say material need and higher order philosophical need. So, one thing for material need also, money. Because why I am telling say money, when I say material need, it is about food, water, shelter, car, everything. But everything can be purchased from money. So you can say material wealth. Getting? So why contentment? Because this is called natural wealth. I mean, in the sense that there is no defined limit of this. So, where should be the judgment point? Where should be the cursor that up to this level contentment should be there? Nobody knows for sure. There is a theory of minimal. It's minimum. साईं इतना दीजिए जामे कुटुंब समाए मैं भी भूखा ना रहूं साधु ना भूखा जाए. In Rahim Kabir tradition, you find that thing. What is the meaning of that? Means this much I require. But you may say that in modern time you need at least food, security, shelter. All these things are come under basic need, and that you can say these are basic things. So one thing is called need. Need is okay. Need is not about the contentment, but here also you can say that need could be curtailed. इसको छोटा किया जा सकता है. And the second thing is that desire and want. There is a difference between these two. Everybody knows this thing. The desire is unlimited. You want how much money you want. Generally, we say that there are two kind of richness. One is of bank. You put your money in bank, keep depositing and all, and see the figure in the bank. That is, you are rich, but that is of a bank type of rich. You are in the banking sense, accounting sense, you can say you are rich. पैसे तो बैंक में रखे ना. And but you feel that. So contentment को natural wealth क्यों कहा जाता है? Why it is called natural wealth? In the sense that when you have some limit, when you know and realize this thing that there is no any limit for this kind of desire, बढ़ता जाएगा. In Hinduism, in Jainism, there is a concept of aparigrah. मतलब आप जमाई मत करो. then this you can decide. जितना जरूरत उतना खा पी लो, जमा मत करो. Then you can say that you can decide what should be the limit of that. So Mahavir and many Hindu philosophers also have given the idea that it's a very natural thing, natural wealth. एक इंसान था, he was making shoes, cobbler, and one person was in crisis. Then that time he saw that that person is suffering a lot. He was lying on the roadside. He helped the person, gave him bread and water and many things, खाना खिलाया उसको. And then year later, when he returned, he was a rich man. He tried to give the money back, and he said that time, so I am giving you money some, and you should accept this thing but you are more rich. Well, why? Because see this thing, I have this too much wealth, so much wealth, but मैं किसी को नहीं देना चाहता हूँ. But he was having very little money because you are hand to mouth. Apparently, you are doing cobbler job on the roadside, but you had that kind of heart to give, to help. So, who is poor? कौन ज़्यादा धनी है, कौन गरीब है? Because you are giving, and I was having desire to have it. So, what is that? If you take the literal meaning of that thing, that those who want more is not satisfied. Those individuals who are not satisfied, I am talking about the group of individuals. We can say this group, and then other, you can say they do not have that much wealth, but they do not aspire and desire more. You can say that technically, and they are willing to help also, give also. So that by that definition, you can say this group who have less amount of wealth, lesser you can say, are more rich. These people are more rich, you can say. So why it is called natural wealth? Wealth in the sense that that if you have that kind of contentment, that is not a physical things. That is a philosophical things. This is a assets, natural wealth. That I remember that when I was in a winter, I was traveling. It is a story of long ago, and then in the morning I saw some daily workers were preparing their food on roadside, and I was there to meet my friend, but his shop was closed, and just in front of the shop, they were preparing cook, and so that they could eat and go on work. So they offered me that कि आप आए हैं, थोड़ा खा लीजिए ना, यहाँ बैठे हैं आप अकेले, तो आप नाश्ता भी नहीं किए होंगे, तो आप खा लीजिए. See this thing, roadside, they daily wage laborer, and they were offering me meal, breakfast time, उनके लिए meal ही था वो. But I never offered this kind of tip to anyone. See the behavior. वो तो छोटे सी चीजों में शेयर करेगा. I was feeling that time. ये हमसे ज्यादा rich, दिल से rich. Contentment is that kind of thing. I'm not telling that in every country, but that particular example I have given to as an anecdote to tell you that see the things. I was having much money, more money than those individuals that time. But see that those individuals were having that much heart. You can say they were laborer, daily laborer, दिहाड़ी वाली मजदूर थे. But see, I was thinking that time, and so natural wealth. Why it is called natural wealth? I think must have heard the story of a king who was having a desire that I should have a ultimate story. I do not know exactly, but I can tell you that he was having some suffering. So one yogi or some wise man, or you can say blessing of God, with blessing of God, जो power जिनमें होता है, वो suggested कि go and look for a cert from a person who is truly happy. उसका अगर शर्ट पहनोगे तो आपका सारा दुख दर्द दूर हो जाएगा. So the king ordered that thing, to go and find a person, a shirt from a person who is happy. And then the expedition started. The people, means his people, went on searching such individual. किसी के पास बहुत पैसे थे तब भी कहा मुझे और भी चाहिए मुझे, मैं तो खुश नहीं हूँ. Some people were having several kind of wealth, लेकिन कोई भी नहीं कहा खुश. Then चलते and then finally a person, सबसे पूछा वो कुछ नहीं, लेकिन एक person मिला उसको बाद में लास्ट में जाके. He told that yes, yeah, I am happy, and he was laughing. Give your shirt because the king need that shirt. आपको मैं रफ स्टोरी बता रहा हूँ, आप पूरी तरीके से जानते होंगे. Then that person said that I am truly happy, but I do not have shirt, so I cannot give you. See this. He was not having that material thing, but he was happy. Rest individuals, and you can say all the people whom they contacted, they were having a lot of wealth, but they were not truly happy. So this may be a artificial story or not, but I want to make a point here. Sometimes this is a wealth. When you do not have a desire to have more, then you feel you are rich from inside. I gave you the example. Technically, if you want more and more, you are poor kind of thing. And if you are, suppose one person have little money, but he is capable to donate and give and something, he is rich. Not only in cash, but in kind also, you can say, he is giving. The joy of giving is there. And then that person is rich. Try to understand what I am telling. So, in this discussion, I am trying to make a point that if this is the topic, what does it mean? You can make your discussion like that. That actually it refers to natural wealth, means something is naturally present. It may be in every individual, but it may not be ignited in every individual. And this is the reason that wise man, wise people, religious guru, philosopher, और जो wisdom वाले लोग थे, they advised on this one, that actually you will keep, desiring. There is no limit. Need may have a limit, but if you have want, you have desire, you have greed, there is no limit. So, contentment is natural wealth in that sense. You should elaborate in your own way. And the second part is luxury is artificial poverty. See, luxury is artificial poverty. What does it mean? Luxury, vilasita, and artificial poverty. Why it should be called artificial poverty? Recently, I saw one of my students was telling a story that he was having iPhone 15 or 16 something, and then a new release came, that iPhone 17 or something, 16, 17, I do not know exactly. Then he was restless. So अगर मेरे पास पैसे होते, I would have gone and in the queue and on the date of release I would have purchased that. See, he is possessing, see this, but he is feeling I do not have that. With iPhone 15, suppose he is having, and now he is aspiring, desiring for 16, and then 16 Pro desire. See this? What you will say? Recently I saw the Forbes magazine. Many individuals, some at the top, at the middle, and the third who came in an interview said that I made some financial mistakes, and this could be the reason. I would have gone further. See, he was telling that in the world richest person list, you are getting name, you are listed, and that you are competing with someone else. See, that the artificial, it is in your mind. Why it is called artificial poverty? You are poor because you want, you desire, and it is created in mind. That is why it is called artificial. It is in your thought, it is in your beliefs, it is in your attitude. So you should emphasize that thing. That is why artificial. It is not naturally there. It is not for survival. There are two kinds of needs: survival need and ego needs and growth need, you can say. But this is not for survival. Abraham Maslow has given a list of needs. So you say these are the basic needs. You can say that without that, food, water, how can I survive? Okay, I know. But what about this kind of thing? That how much money you need? Wealthiest person on the earth, on the planet. See the name. If you have this kind of mindset, this kind of attitude, and if you feel miserable, you are feeling very miserable because you do not have iPhone 16 Pro, then bro, you can say, what kind of poverty is it? Is it a poverty or not? Yes. And because it is created in your mind, it is some sort of rooted in your attitude, not in material things. Artificial. You should elaborate along these dimensions. There are so many things are there. आपने वो कहानी सुनी थी ना? That a person was feeling very miserable because he was not having shoes of a particular brand and all. And then he was very unhappy in his life. On one evening when he was returning home, on the street he saw a person without a limb. And then he realized, oh, thanks God, at least I have food in good health. मेरे दोनों पैर सलामत हैं. He was having the problem, poverty kind of things in mind because particular brand के जूते नहीं है. I have seen this thing that आज मैंने सुना in one singers in Punjab was telling that his shoes is his cost is price is 18 lakhs. I was surprised to see that 18 lakhs का जूता means but see, it is there. Many people are miserable. They feel because they do not have product of a particular brand, Nike and this and that, Reebok, Rolex watch. They do not have, and they do not feel that. Well, you know this thing that watch is for to seize time, but you know it is not the time. It is for a status. Whatever examples comes in your mind, you will put this thing to make your point that yes, you can say there is a point in saying that it is artificial poverty. It is all created. We have created. One leader was there in Mathura. She said that accidentally you can say he got recorded in किसी रिकॉर्ड हो गया. मैं छोटी सी कार में नहीं जाऊंगी. I want big car. Try to understand. If this kind of things are there in mind, you should feel that if I move. ऋषि कपूर का एक इंटरव्यू आ रहा था. I saw. He said that in UK there was one greatest actor. I do not remember the name. He was citing that उनसे मिलने का मौका मिला and I went over there with because he was the super actor, so I went with a luxury car, my friend over there, and then I saw that when he came out of that he went on a small car. जब वहां से गए he used a small car. बहुत छोटा सा कार था जो जिसमें चलेगा. So that kind of thing is you can say, he said that see our mindset and his mindset. मुझे तो लग रहा था ये करना चाहिए. The another person was telling in a discussion, and he was right, very right, that if you live in a bungalow 5,000 square feet, or for example suppose 1,000 square feet, you do not live in 1,000 square feet or 10,000 square feet. You don't live. You live in a few rooms and all, and that is sufficient for that. A rest in that rest area, what lives? There lives your ego. आपका अहंकार रहता है. So he was right. He was pointing in the right direction. So with all these things, you can make your point that yes, there is validity in the statement that luxury, so-called luxury, is an artificial poverty. It is not real poverty. It is because of the relative thing is there. It is all created. You feel that way. Your attitude is playing role. Mindset is playing role. Your beliefs is playing role. It is all created in mind. This is why artificial. If you discuss all these things, you will be, creating that. And now you can say that these at the end, no, it need not be critical, because this is a wisdom kind of thing. What criticism you will offer? Criticism should not be for the sake of criticism. There should be some validity in the criticism. Getting? So now you connect this thing that both statements are in continuity. See, we need wealth and we need contentment also. There is a limit of growth in the sense that we can keep striving for prosperity and all, but time will come and we will realize that there is no limit. आप करते जाओ, desire, दिल मांगे मोर वाला जो था, it will keep coming. So both statements are not contradictory, same, and inherently get fit into each other. So contentment is assessed in the context of desire, need and all these things, and so is the case of luxury and artificial poverty. So इसको आपको दोनों पैराग्राफ को डेवलप करके इसमें जो भी स्टोरी डालना है, जो भी एग्जांपल्स डालना है, आप डाल के पूरे इसी को आप इस तरीके से डेवलप करते चले जाइए. कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि एक यू शुड यूज फिक्स स्टीरियोटाइप टेम्पलेट टू आंसर दिस essay, or you may give your own example, I am telling, but actually you will try to say why it is said, why this statement is, what is the reason for validity, किस कारण से हम ऐसा कर. इसका कहने का बेस क्या है. Now some students will be surprised that you have given very few example how it will. Keep counting, keep giving this kind of things. Purpose is here in the essay you will be elaborating the statement with the help of example, data, whatever things you want. अब कई लोग कहेंगे आपने उसका नहीं एग्जाम्पल दिया, किसका, तिब्बत का, भूटान का, लेकिन मैंने जैनिज्म और हिंदुइज्म बोला ना, आपको समझ, बुद्धिज्म भी आ जाएगा सब कुछ. उसके जो हैप्पीनेस इंडेक्स में आप देखिए, so that is a particular example. You can give an example of Norway or Sri Lanka, I don't bother, but you are actually making your point, you know. So which example you cite, that doesn't matter, but to what extent you are elaborating the statement, that will fetch you marks. So I hope I made this point clear, and this is my way of answering, you know. You may have your own way, or you say template in mind, but what I suggest to my student, that in a very natural way, in a very simple way, you should elaborate the topic and develop a logical structure of the topic and go in that way, fill the content. It is something like, I always say that you are making something, picture on canvas. So the picture outline should be proper, and then you should fill the color and all these things. That depends upon your choice and the style. So अब मुझे आशा है कि चीज़ें आपको पसंद आई होगी. अगर कुछ और ऐड करना चाहते तो आप हमें कमेंट में बताइए. I will be happy to know. But this should be the basic things. Thank you. Thank you very much.